Hey guys, how's it going? Webhost Sinti here. In this video, we're going to talk about buyer persona and how you can define your own buyer persona within LinkedIn. Well, we are on a great social network which makes it super easy to build a buyer persona. There are two cases. Either you're a business with existing clients, or two, you don't have any clients, right? You can approach these problems in two different cases. And actually, LinkedIn makes it very easy for you guys to find the right buyer persona, all right? So the first one in this case is, let's say you already have customers. It gets very easy. All you have to do is probably open up 50 profiles of your customers and look for that customer on LinkedIn. I mean, how do you find these guys? First name, last name, I'm assuming you would have of that customer, name of the company and his full name. This all as it is. If he is your existing customer, there's a good chance you have his email ID, his first name and last name, and probably know him by face if you're a closed company. What this results in is a simple LinkedIn profile. And once you have 30-40 profiles, all you have to do is make a note of few points. Again, the few points would be these. Let's say these should be the attributes that you should be able to pick up on an Excel sheet. You click on all filters, click on search people and click on all filters. This is what you see. Again, this is something which is basic without having Sales Navigator. Again, the number of options here would actually blow up once you use Sales Navigator, and that is something that we're going to see in a few future videos anyways, but here it is. So these are all the options we have. The first one is you can use connection of and enter the name of your of your existing customer if you think that makes sense. But connection of is an option that you could use to basically target everybody who's connected to a person X. But again, right, you might not use it, you might use it. But again, locations is super powerful. Where are your customers in? Is it in India, United States, a particular city if you're a local business, so on and on. So clearly you can target locations. Next one is companies. Why is companies helpful? Well, you can define the kind of companies using it. Let's say all the tech companies, let's say all the on-demand companies use your product for some reason. All right, so you would have likes of Uber, Postmates, Uber Eats, Kareem if you're in Saudi, and things like that. But again, if you are targeting internet-based companies, that is startups, you can again have a list of companies that you can easily select from current companies. Again, past companies is not something that I would use to build buyer persona, but industries is extremely important. Let's say again, right, you're selling a CRM, something like a HubSpot. Who would potentially use a CRM? All the computer companies, internet companies, marketing based companies, so on and on and on. Let's say you are trying to you have built a tool for marketing and you're trying to find digital marketing companies, right? Again, you have industries like marketing and advertising, information technology and services. All these IT companies could be your prospect customers. So you pick up these things. And something that is very important is title. Let's say you're targeting people who are marketing managers. So a lot of people who are marketing managers will actually put it up here. So you can actually type in marketing managers here and you'd get it if they have put it up on their titles. So you can use all these options to define who your prospect buyer is, and using these options you can find the right customer for your business on LinkedIn. Obviously, all these options would open up if you're using LinkedIn Sales Navigator. But again, right, this is something that we'll get to eventually in a few more videos. But few things that I would absolutely want you to have it back of your mind is industries, the kind of companies that they work for, and probably the titles. And obviously, if they are language specific, obviously the language to be selected too. Right, that's guys. So that is basically about it, guys. I mean, this is how you basically build buyer persona on LinkedIn. And once you have defined this, it becomes a cheesecake. Well, this is not as easy as it sounds. What you might realize, let's say you have a service, and what you might realize is after running it, after doing this process, you might realize there's a small set of audiences who buy a lot. Let's say you're trying to sell a CRM service and a lot of digital marketing companies are buying your CRM. So you can always narrow it down to digital marketing companies. It's always a trial and error process. But again, right, these factors should be more than enough to basically dilute down to the point or jot down to the point on who your prospect buyer is. Guys, this is something that you can't do on something like a Facebook, but this is something that you can only do and only do it with LinkedIn. So spend some time to find your right set of audiences, because trust me, it's totally worth it. I hope you learned something out of this video. In the next one, we'll talk about what are the next steps that we should follow to basically complete the process of getting prospects on LinkedIn. I hope you had fun. I'll see you on the next one.